Hi everyone, my name is Frankie and welcome to a Movie a Day Challenge. Today is day number 332 and it's November 28, 2018. Today I'll be watching the 1972 Western film, The Cowboys. Now in each episode of a Movie a Day Challenge, I pick one film that I've never seen before. And then I take that movie's movie poster and place it to the side of me. I do this because I absolutely have no idea of what the film that I'm about to watch is about. And being that I have absolutely no clue about the film, or what it's about, I feel like I need to draw some type of conclusion of what I think the film may be about, based solely on the movie poster itself. In saying this, let's go ahead and take a look at the 1972 Western film movie poster to The Cowboys. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, the viewer. This is a week and a half of John Wayne films, and as we can see, John Wayne is in the movie poster. However, this film I feel is going to be a little different than its predecessors. You see, I feel that The Cowboys is going to be more about the comedic sense in some way, shape, or form of John Wayne. I mean, you see a bunch of little kids, and they're in cowboy uniforms, the outfit of a cowboy. And then you see John Wayne, who's a leading actor, very strong, tough as nails type guy in these Western films. So I'm feeling that one way, shape, or form, you're going to see some funniness happening in this movie. Now, although it's a Western, of course, I still believe it's going to have gunfighting and whatever it may be towards the Old West, as it be presentation-wise with production, with the area where it was shot and filmed at. But I also feel that it's going to be a movie dedicated to a father figure in some way, shape, or form. Now, in saying that, I'm actually excited about this. I really enjoy the acting of John Wayne, and I really can't wait to sit down and enjoy him in the 1972 Western film, The Cowboys. Now, after I finish analyzing the movie poster itself, I then let you, the viewer, know that I'm going to go ahead and watch The Cowboys. But before I go and do that, I want to let you, the viewer, know that after I finish watching The Cowboys, I then come back and tell you a little bit about the film. However, I don't go in great detail about the movie. You see, I don't release any major spoilers about the film, nor do I tell you anything about the movie's plot either. Why? Well, because I don't want to ruin your chance at watching a really great film for the first time. And since this is also my first time watching The Cowboys, I wouldn't want anyone to spoil the film for me or tell me anything about the movie's plot before I actually go ahead and watch the film myself. I want you to enjoy this film for what it's worth and be entertained by it. That's the sole purpose for a Movie a Day Challenge. Now, in case you've previously seen the 1972 Western film, The Cowboys, previously, then please feel free to substitute The Cowboys for another film for your viewing pleasure. It doesn't even have to be in the genre of Western films. This way you can enjoy a film or a Movie a Day Challenge, possibly watch each film along with me as I go along. Saying that, I'm going to go ahead right now and watch the 1972 Western film, The Cowboys, and then I'm going to come back and tell you a little bit about the film. I'll be right back. I just finished the 1972 Western film, The Cowboys, and I want to let you, the viewer, know that The Cowboys is a good movie. Now, I'm saying that this film is a good movie based on one major factor of the film, and that's the climax of the film itself. Aside from this, the movie is great. It has a really terrific story to it, fantastic acting, of course, by John Wayne and the supporting cast, and the production of this movie is beautiful. However, it's this climax of the film that ruins the movie itself. Now, without spoiling the film for you, the viewer, so you can enjoy this film for what it is, something occurs in this movie that the children in this movie have to overtake and basically do a job that a grown-up should do. Now, it is not the overall job that they do through the whole film itself. It is just the job that an adult would take on and do for themselves, rather than have children do it. It's a little far-fetched of an idea to see, but I'm going to take it that this film is set in the 1800s, and you have to have the mindset of something like this going on back then. However, for a person in 2018 to watch this, it would be frowned upon. Not only would it be frowned upon, but if this film was made today with this ending, there would be some major uprisings on social media and throughout the world based on this ending of a film. I don't want to say that it's gruesome in any way, because it's really not, but when you watch it, it's interesting to see, and how a film would be ending towards the 1800s and a writer's way of experience towards what would go on back then. Now, I normally say if an animal gets hurt or if an animal dies, I normally say that towards either viewer, so I can warn you. An animal doesn't die in this film. However, I do want to point out that stuff does happen to a child in this movie. And when I say stuff does happen to a child, it's multiple things that happen to children throughout the movie. There is an adult in the film who does abuse a child, so you may have to look away for that. If you don't feel like this is a film you should watch based on that alone, then this may not be the film for you. Second thing is that another child pulls another weapon out on another child. It's really hard to talk about nowadays with everything going on in this world, but to see it back in a movie in the 1970s and see it reflect on the 1800s, it's very hard to understand that as well for a person experiencing everything now, 2018. And finally, I do want to say one thing. A child does die in this movie, and it's not really acceptable the way the child dies. However, I'm not going to reveal that the child dies in which manner, way, or form. I just want you to be warned about it ahead of time in case you have any feelings towards children and it being a movie that you do not want to see. I'd just rather let you know ahead of time and be that good guy Frankie, rather than be like, wow, Frank, I wasn't really expecting this coming on with, this right here. What's going on? Just wanted to warn you. All in all, the film is a great movie. It's just the climax that I just did not agree with at all. Would I recommend the Cowboys to a family member or friend? Yes, I would. I think people who really like Western films that would be friends or family members of mine would enjoy this, especially those who enjoy John Wayne's acting. Would I watch the Cowboys again? Yes, I would watch the Cowboys again later on in life, but not right now. If you like today's episode, you see that thumbs up underneath this video, click it. Give us a like for today's episode. As you're doing that, maybe you've seen the 1972 Western film The Cowboys and liked it. Maybe you've seen it and you didn't like it. Maybe you're interested in watching the film, you're hearing my review about the movie, you're going to go watch the film after watching my review, and then come back and write something. Well, whichever the three may be, please tell me in the comment box down below. Right down there. And as you're doing that, you see that word subscribe underneath this video? Click it. Subscribe to A Movie a Day Challenge. Now, tomorrow we continue with our John Wayne week and a half of films for the Western genre of a movie a day challenge. And it's also day number 333. And we'll be watching the 1960 Western film, The Alamo. My name is Frankie. I will be here tomorrow for day number 333 and the 1960 Western film, The Alamo. I will see you tomorrow.